Hi everyone. It's been a really long time since I've done a video. I wanted to come on today because I got a large quantity of paper packs from my mother-in-law who is destashing, and so I have been using them to make cards because my card stash isn't so great. Again, this is stuff that my mother-in-law had that she hadn't used, didn't want. I love this pack because it's a vintage style, and so I also am trying something new. I do make cards. I started out my crafting journey making cards, and I've never used a card template. I actually got this idea from another YouTuber. She was just a recommended video, and she uses like an entire paper pack to make a bunch of different projects. And she uses these card templates that she finds on Pinterest and just prints them out. So I printed out several of them, and I used scrap paper, stuff that I had printed on before, because I figured, oh well, might as well use it or lose it, right? So anyway, these are some of the templates that I have picked out. What I learned from her is to basically like just use this as a guide. Like, I'm not mounting tiny squares. I don't have those holes punched. I'm just using the paper that I have and interpreting it in my own way. So that's kind of how I craft anyway. I watch videos and then I interpret it in my own way. It's definitely not going to look like that card printout, but it's an inspiration, and that, I think, is what's so fun about crafting, is how you take the inspiration from the videos that you watch or the crafts that you see on Pinterest and then turn it into your own work. So I'm actually making a Valentine's Day card for my husband. This is going to be the Valentine's Day card, so it's kind of going to be, not real frou-frou-y, but I like making cards for my husband, even if they are a little frou-frou-y. So my papers here, I've got contrasting papers. This year my motto is to use what I have. So I have a ridiculous amount of craft supplies, and I've had this paper pack, which was an assorted like browns and cream colored paper pack, and I was like, what am I going to do with these dark brown ones? Because they're harder to make cards because you have to actually put like a lining in it so you can actually write out the sentiment. But I'm challenging myself to do that. So I have my brown cardstock as my card base. It's an A2 size, which means it's 5.5 this way by 4.25 this way. And it's just half of an 8x10 piece of paper. So I cut it lengthwise for this particular card. You can also cut it widthwise and it's still the same size, 5.5 by 4.25. So this sheet, of course, it's a little raggedy. I don't know if you could see that on the darkness. It's a little raggedy because my blade was going. So I've got my paper cutter out, and I want to just clean that up. I have a new blade. Okay. I did try to get prepared before I did this because I didn't want to have a ridiculously long video. So I'm going to just clean up this edge. The width is fine. The length is not fine. So, and in fact, my paper cutter for some reason cuts papers not exactly at 90-degree angles. So I use these lines here when I'm cutting a smaller piece of paper so that I get kind of a good 90-degree angle. Alright, and then this one, I'm just eyeballing this based on like what my length was. So again, I'm gonna just snip this edge off, maybe at 1/4 of an inch. I think that should be good. I can always trim it shorter if I need to, but again, I'm using the grid instead of instead of here, which I don't know if you can see that, but instead of butting the paper up to here and using that, I'm actually using the lines on my paper cutter itself, and that seems to be giving me a straighter edge. So I've got my paper cut out. It may still need to be trimmed. Let's just double check before I put the paper cutter away, which this is a Fiskars paper cutter. But let's just double check on here if this still, yes it does. Okay, so the width is now perfect. So I have that dark border, which is what I want. And so I'm going to actually cut this above this line on the paper pack itself. So it's going to be shorter. And let's see, again, using my line, I'm going to make it a 1/2 inch. I'm going to just do a 1/2 inch. I think that will work out perfectly. And again, using my lines here, that's how I'm hoping to get a straight edge. So, and this actually is a good size. I'm going to keep this scrap because I've seen cards where you just use the strips, and why not, right? Why throw out all of our scraps? We can use them. We spend money on these paper packs, so we might as well get the most out of our money. Okay. Putting my paper cutter away. And so I want to make sure the card is going to open to the side this way. I have definitely made upside down cards. I don't want to do that on here. But you see that 1/2 inch was perfect. So I have a 1/4 inch on this side and a 1/4 inch on this side and about the same on the top and the bottom. It's give or take. It might be a little bit, or 1/8 inch. I'm sorry, it's 1/8 inch. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to glue this down. I'm using a very old bottle of Fabri-Tac. I do have new glue, but again, use it or lose it. That's my theme for the year. And it's my life theme. Like, if I don't wear it, I'm going to get rid of it. If I don't eat it, it's got to go. Like, I'm trying to eat the food that I have in the house and quit spending money when I don't have to. So, anyway, let's use the last of this Fabri-Tac. It's thick, it's goopy, but it still works. It still glues, and that's what I'm using. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I've been doing this whole use it or lose it thing since the new year. It's kind of my New Year's goal. I'm not going to say resolution because resolutions epically fail 99% of the time. So I'm using, and it's a goal. And I have found that actually works really well for me. So, being goal oriented, you see it differently, I think. So I've become quite goal oriented. All right, now I do, I didn't want to do that. That's okay. All right, let's just wipe that off. So I do want the paper in a certain direction. Because this has lettering on it, I want the lettering to go in the right direction. It doesn't always matter. There's definitely things where I have the letters going up and down or whatever. That's okay too. But in this particular one, I want it to be in the correct direction. So I have my little inker, which really this is a makeup circle round thing. I've shoved it in the top of a glue stick. It's been working out awesomely. I'm so happy with it. But I do have some just white edging from where the paper cut, and I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So I'm going to ink around the edge of this one. I know inking is so very interesting to watch, but it's a part of what we do, right? All right, you're really not going to see it. It's just so I don't have that tacky white edge. It doesn't have to, I'm not inking over the whole thing. Just slightly around the edges. And I'm not going to ink everything in this one. I just want some inking. So I actually just bought a re-inker for my vintage photo, and I had to buy a new StazOn pad. Oh, there went my inker. So if I have to ink, SOL. Joann's actually had a pretty good sale going on, and I'm all about the sales. So we have our now contrasting colors. So we've got dark, light, and then dark again. And I'm going to do the same thing, just slap it down. I kind of laid this out beforehand, as you saw in the opening of the video. The other one, I have an idea. I'd like to do 2 cards with you today. I mean, card making should be quick, but it's not because there's a lot of supplies involved. Bling, layering. It's not really a quick process. It's not like when you were a kid and you just drew a picture and, you know, your card was done in 10 minutes. It takes me a while to figure out how I want to do stuff. So, going to Hope. Yep, okay. And because I use liquid glue instead of like sticky tape, I tried the sticky tape. It doesn't work for me. My hands are clumsy. It just doesn't work for me. All right. Oh, good thing I have. These are mouth swabs, and I often use them for inking since I dropped my other one and I don't feel like hunting around for it. So I'm going to use a kind of old one. It's kind of falling apart, but it'll get the job done. This was cut with that paper cutter with the old razor in it, so I've since replaced that, and my shaggy edges can just be concealed with a little inking. I can't wait to get my re-inker, though my ink pad is seriously getting dry. And although I do have a little mini Distress ink pad, I don't really want to use that. Oh, okay, I've got... Sorry, I'm remembering how I wanted to do this. So I've got this polka dotted paper here. I'm just gonna put it down, and I have a little piece of polka dot. The nice thing about this process or style of crafting is you're using everything, and you get to try different things out, and sometimes you'll like them and sometimes you won't. Good thing my husband is not picky. It's not like I'm selling these. Alright. I'm trying also not to get Fabri-Tac on my nails because I don't want to have to repaint them yet. But, you know, easier said than done. Alright. This is definitely the end of the bottle. I'm setting it in a solo cup just to keep it upside down. And I got that idea from the Paper Outpost YouTube channel. Oh gosh, I forgot to. I actually found out about her channel through Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah. I believe she was the one who said she watches her videos, and then it came up in a recommendation too, I think. But I remember hearing from her about her channel, and I'm almost positive that it was from Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah. Now I'm cutting the base of my card, which I didn't really want to do, but that's okay. So I am going to throw that out. It's gluey. I don't want it sticking to my desk or my workspace. I did actually put my mat down for you guys because underneath here I've been like stamping and it's a mess. I've got washi tape. I've been crafting quite a bit in my craft room lately. So I have cut. I've been really enjoying using ribbons and fibers in my cards. So I decided to incorporate that also along the top here. So, I mean, I really like using my fabrics anyway. It just adds something, a different texture. It's not just plain old paper. Not that paper isn't fun to play with. I love paper. Well, my husband just woke up. You hear the door. He's working third shift still, so... Hi, honey. He's not exactly a morning person, even if it is not exactly morning. Oh, goodness. So, and he's like, you should do a video today. I'm like, I know, I haven't done a video in forever. So here I am doing a video. I'm sorry about being gone for so long, guys. Life just has happened. I had to get through the holidays. I recently started a new job, so that's been, adjusting to that, where I wasn't working and now I'm working. So it's just been, life happens, and life hasn't included YouTube filming. So, but I'm back. I'm on a pretty good schedule, although of course that's gonna change in the next couple weeks, but that's okay. We'll still make it work. And honestly, I haven't really kind of known what I wanted to work on next to share with you guys. Like, I have been in my craft room, but some of the stuff I've been working on, I just haven't really wanted to film. So I just kind of have been playing, and I don't know. So please don't take offense to that. I hope you don't, but I just kind of have been wanting to play and do my own thing. So anyway, let's get this flipped around without preferably dropping it. Alright, here we go. Now, see, I like the way the polka dots kind of look underneath there. It just adds another little eye-catching thing. I hope you can see this. Ugh, I'm terrible with pulling my stuff close to me because I just think I need to have it on top of me, and then I'm like, oh no, all my videos are being filmed horribly. And so I don't know if you saw earlier, I'm going to show you anyway. I've got this, just a heart-shaped punch, and since this is a Valentine's Day card, kind of thought it was perfect. And I got a paper pack from Michaels that had just solid paper in it, and I picked blue, as since this is going to a male. I picked blue hearts, so I want to glue these on here like this, mimicking, and this is just going back, so I'm mimicking a lot of this. I've got my borders around my project, so I've got my layers. I've got this strip going down here is represented by this strip here, and then I've got the 3 dots, and that's represented by the 3 hearts. So again, I'm using that as inspiration and not exactly following what it's doing, kind of doing my own thing. That's what I love about crafting. So, and everyone can start out with the same supplies, and everyone's projects will turn out differently. Alright, let's see. And this is nice because it's double-sided. So that's from Michaels. It's their creative brand or whatever, something like that. And it was fall colors, and I bought it in the falls. So I initially was going to be making recipe books for Christmas gifts, but it it didn't happen. I started my job like literally the first week of December, so I was getting adjusted with that, and it wasn't gonna happen. Wasn't gonna happen this year. Maybe next year, maybe not. Or maybe next Christmas, I should say. All right. So I'm just, doesn't have to be perfect, just lining it up on the fabric, trying to get it evenly spaced. And my glue top is getting so gunked. And my glue is just exploding everywhere. Alright. Ugh. It's so gunky right now. I'm gonna have to, because this is really gonna ooze out, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to wipe some of that on this dried out. Ugh. So gonna have to repaint my nails after this. Alright. No. Oops. No. Love when you drop stuff and it just doesn't land where you wanted it to. Alright. Oh man. Well, it's gonna have a little glue. I think I think Fabrifix or Fabri-Tac you can pull off after it's dried. So I'm gonna try doing that. Alright. I also, well, actually, I think I'm gonna leave that like that. It's kind of a male-inspired card, so we're not gonna add any additional bling or anything. I don't think it needs it. So card number 1 is done. And I've got another card base here. And let's make sure it's in the right direction. Okay, where's the opening here? What's happening? Are you glued? Okay, so this is going to be another side opening like that. Okay. I did actually cut that so it's ready to glue on. Oh, goodness. Okay. Sorry, I have glue all over my fingers. So let's just slap this on. Oh, and my glue is so oozing. Oh, this is wonderful. Alright, well, getting rid of this glue will be the best thing. I'm ready to open a new one. It's just oozing all over me. Alright. I really do like Fabri-Tac, or actually what I purchased, what I have is that Crafters glue. Oh yeah, this is so special. I haven't tried that one yet, but that's the one I got because it's cheaper. Proper English probably would be good. Alright. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh no! Oh my goodness. This is turning into how not to do card making. Alright. Okay, let's try slide in that just a smidge. Alright. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Well, you know, we all have our mishaps. I seem to have them a lot more than most people. Alright, is that over here? Of course it's not. Sorry guys, I'm looking for, oh my goodness. Yes, you know what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm looking for my corner around there. I just want to see. I just want a little different. I want some rounded edges because the edges of the design are rounded. I think it'll look a little bit nicer. So I think that will be really pretty. Okay. Clear that off. All right. Now, do want. Oh, I have another thought. Oh, wait. I can reach. Okay. All right. Oh, actually, that would be so cute. Okay, here's my idea. Okay. How many times we have pages left that from punches we've had, right? Can this, oh, this is going to be so pretty if I can make it work. All right, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to just kind of mark where I want to cut it. Now, you won't be able to see it just because of the, but I'll be able to at least see it when I'm cutting this. Okay, I think that's gonna be so pretty. This was not planned. This is on the spot crafting right here, but I think it's a great idea, and I think it's gonna turn out, if I can get it to work, it'll turn out great. Okay. Alright, and then I've got, oh, let's do it this. Alright, hold on, guys, sorry. I can't make up my mind. Okay. And then that's another piece I'm gonna keep. So, okay, let's put the paper cutter back. My husband is getting ready to head out, even though he just got up, because he's got someplace he has to be. So, I wonder, oh darn it, is this gonna work? I totally want to use this. Do you think it matters if I have the bottoms of the hearts sticking out? Or do you think I should try covering? Oh, I kind of like that interest and texture. Oh, I'm doing it. All right. And then I have this assorted package of ribbon. I mean, I'm hoping you can see that. I know the sun is starting to creep in, but I have this seam, I guess it's kind of like seam binding. I want to see if I put that and then that. Do we like that? Or should we maybe, like, I kind of want it to be a, sorry about the noise. I'm just looking in my drawer of laces to see. Oh, I've got my favorite lace here. Let's see if this will be better. Okay. What if I do something? So this is my favorite dollar store lace ribbon. It's Dollar Tree. And I might actually glue this around and then glue that layer down. Okay. So I'm thinking I kind of like that. And I kind of like the hearts. You can see at the bottom. I'm okay. Yeah. I kind of like that. We're going to do it. All right. First things first. Let's flip this. And I actually do have, I'm going to just use washi though. So I think washi will be fine. Washi. Doesn't matter what washi. Doesn't matter even if it's all that sticky. You're still gluing it down. So it's fine. Because this isn't exactly the most sticky washi in the world. But it will do what I need it to do, which is just to hold this ribbon down. Let's not have, okay. Oh, I do not want that little edge, so I'm just gonna snip this right there. Okay. So again, this is, I'm sticking my washi on my desk right now. Or not, it's okay. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's okay. And then I'm going to snip this right here. And let's, yeah. Okay. I will put like a little bit of glue. Alright, now I gotta find the end. So my dogs are gonna start barking when my husband leaves. So I'm really sorry about that. That's what they do. They're lovely. I love them dearly. And they are barky dogs. My one especially is, she's a little Chihuahua Pomeranian mix. So, you know, yappy. Yappy is a good word for her. Okay. Now. Okay. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I like it. Okay. So let's get our glue. This was supposed to be a quick video. You see how well that turned out? But I just got inspiration and this is how it's gonna be. So yep, this is what you get. Hope you're okay with that. So I'm making sure I glue on the washi. I'm making sure I glue around the washi because if that washi ever comes off, I'm gluing on the ribbon, on the back of the ribbon. So that way that all stays, and then I'm gluing really well in between the hearts so this stays. Okay. Let's just put that on real quick. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to pick glue off there. Okay, so we got our glue, we got our ribbon, and we are going, okay, yep, going to get glue all over us. All right. So he took the boys out, which we have 2 boy dogs and a girl dog. And that's why it's quiet. But when he comes back in, it's not gonna be so quiet. Okay. Oh, gonna have to redo my nails after this. Now, I kind of think I need, sorry, I need to ink this around the edges, just a little. That's it. Yeah, I can hear him out there, so good thing the mail already came. My one dog, he despises the mailman. Despises. Like every day we have to try and keep him quiet before the mail comes, and yeah, he has an arch nemesis, and it's the mailman. Actually, he has 2 arch nemesis. One of our cats and the mailman. Or mail lady, doesn't matter. We don't have a regular mail person, so We did have a lady when we first moved in. I haven't actually seen her, so it's been a mailman for a while. I don't know if she maybe got moved to a different location. Don't know. Alright, my glue is so gloppy. Every time I go to use it, it's just you. I'm ready for it to be done. So that would be Lucky with the squeaking toy, because that's what he does. He's Mr. Toy Dog. Plays and plays all day, every day. Okay, now I have... Alright, I just want to see, just because, do I feel like if I vintage that up, do we like that? I think we do. I know I'm covering up the lace though. No, I don't like it. Okay, I changed my mind on that. I feel like maybe sequins? My pearls are like in a place where I can't get them right now. Or, oh, you know what? I have thingy in my ribbon stash. One in here I haven't seen before. Okay, gonna snip this. Alright, so I am horrible at cutting or at tying bows, but I'm trying to push myself. Every time I tie them, they just they don't turn out right. Lucky, you better not eat that cat food. Alright, now let's see if I did that right. I kinda did it right. Actually, that's pretty ribbon too. Alright, let's see. So, and actually, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put that right on the side there. Yes, I am. It's a little bit bumpy, but that's okay. I do not have a hot glue gun out. I don't like my hot glue gun. It's horrible. So, it oozes worse than my Fabri-Tac oozes. And that's oozing pretty badly. So, I'm gonna put this right here and just hold that down just like that. And then I have 2 finished cards. I hope that you guys have been able to see okay. Let's that pushed down. Just want to hold that down like that. I think that came out so pretty. So I'll show you one other card I made today. And then I'm gonna shut the video down because it's definitely been longer than what I had intended. So yeah, that happens though. Alright, let's just get, I just want to make sure this is kind of stuck on here. It still does not feel like it. So I will fast forward through this little section. And then, so I'm going to show you the 2 cards that we made. And then I made this one today as well. And on this one, I have a friend of the family whose sister passed away. So I made her a sympathy card. And this is using Tracy Fox's Fussy Cut Flowers that she has. And then I just stamped that on there. This is a punch I have. And again, this is the same paper pack. All these papers, this, all of this is from the same paper pack. The only thing that is different is this is just craft paper, and the blue from the hearts and the blue background here, that's from a separate paper pack. So again, I'm going to post the picture of the paper pack that I used at the end of the video, and I'll link Tracy Fox's Etsy shop in in the description box. So I really hope that you enjoyed, and it's really good to be back and filming, and I will have some more things to show you this year. All right, bye guys, have a good day.